In this episode, we give a recap of week 1 of 8 Weeks to a New Man, the program from the R.Y.S.E Movement. Let's get into it. Welcome to the R.Y.S.E Movement podcast, a place where men just like you learn to raise your standards everywhere. Welcome to the R.Y.S.E Movement podcast. I'm Dave, and in this episode, we're recapping week 1 of 8 Weeks to a New Man. In this week, we have gone through chapter 2 and 3 from this amazing book, Think and Grow Rich. Chapter 2 and 3 are desire and also faith. The men have to read this book over and over and over, the chapters that I set as homework for the week, so that they can get to a place of confidence and then competence. The reasons for this is I want them to become obsessed to the same level that I invest myself in, the same obsession that I put to it. The challenge that I've given them is to become obsessed so that they can recite it, so that they can embody it, so that they can understand this work at such a deep level, because they understand that everything that they invest themselves into, the way you are in one area is the way you are in all areas. So if you apply yourself and you become obsessed with the philosophies inside of this, you can think and grow rich in all areas of life. And that's the idea. So the book opens up with, in the introduction, truly thoughts are things. And then we go on to the chapter of desire and then faith. So truly thoughts are things. I said this in the last podcast, but let's have a look around you. Anything that is man-made that is around you right now was started with a thought. Thoughts are things. Thoughts become things. Once you have a thought and you have a desire, you have faith, unequivocal, unimaginable amounts of faith. You create the perfect environment for whatever you want. That can be a relationship. That can be fitness, wellness, it can be a business, it can be finances, friendships, it could be philanthropy, it could be fucking anything. Anything that you put your mind to and you have faith that you can do it and that it will happen, you can do it. Getting into the next couple of chapters over the next couple of weeks, talking about persistence, action taking, making prompt decisions, having imagination, the mastermind principle. If you apply yourself with a strong enough desire, you back it by faith, you're persistent, you work with your subconscious through auto-suggestion, you do all the philosophies of this book, you can do anything that you want. You can be, have, and experience anything that you want in your life. So let's go through a bit of a recap of how the men have gone. The men have started slow. And being a men's coach for a couple of years now, I expected this. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's blokes are a little bit hesitant. They're a little bit skeptical. They think things are too good to be true. Much like this program, it only costs $500 Australian for the entire 8 weeks. Well, for this version of the program, it'll be going up in the next time that I run it. However, they might think it's a little bit too good to be true. I get to do a diet, example, a training plan. We get to study in a mastermind, Think and Grow Rich. I get a copy of Think and Grow Rich. I get a R.Y.S.E Movement t-shirt. And I get to train weekly with the guys. We do a 7:30 weekly call. All of this for only $500. Too good to be true. And a lot of the men have started slow. A lot of the men are only half-baked. They've thought, yeah, I'll jump in. I'll test the waters. I'll see how it goes. And they're not applying themselves. No skin off my teeth. I'm the one who set everything. I said, take this package, run with it. I want you to become obsessed with all of it. Do it to the best of your ability. Hell, aim for the way that I do it, because I know the way that I do it is better than anyone else. I know the way that I do it is up to such a fucking high standards because it's the R.Y.S.E Movement. Raise your standards everywhere. So I set the bar really fucking high. Get up to here. I'm not coming down to your level. Get up to here. And it's not saying that I'm better than you. I've got a bigger ego or any of these sorts of things. This is the fucking standard. This is the level that we do things. We don't mosey about in the shallows. We dive headfirst in. We know the risks and we know the rewards. We dive headfirst into the depths and we do the fucking work. That's what this is about. And so some of the guys have started slow. Some of the guys haven't even started dieting yet. Some of the guys haven't even trained properly yet. They might have even watched the replay of the first Wednesday night call because we only had like 5 guys show up to that call. We had 5 guys show up to the training session on Saturday. Men start slow. So let this be a lesson for you guys out there that are listening or watching this. If you're a bloke that is prone to starting something slow, cut that shit out and dive headfirst in. Become all in for all life. I want you to make sure that you are not being a healthy skeptic, not treading lightly, not doing your risk assessments and stuff like that because it comes from a place of fear. I want you to do all of those things and go all in from a place of power, from a place of knowledge that if you're moving and shaking, you've got momentum, you can pivot. Starting from nowhere, like I've spoken about many times before, starting from nowhere and thinking, oh, I'll try this thing, I'll do this thing. I'm a skeptic and I'm just hesitant, I'm just playing it safe. Fuck that. Know all of the risks, make a decision, take steps towards what you want, and then pivot if you have to. If you've made the wrong decision, it's okay to make a wrong decision, but you've made a fucking decision. You've gotten to work and you've taken action. If you're sitting there just, oh, I'll try it, I'll test it, I'll do all these sorts of things, you're selling yourself short and you're leaving results on the table. You're literally leaving cash on the table. You're making your results less than what they could be. You're leaving your potential for less than what it could be. Like we've spoken about a bunch of times now, your potential is unlimited in nature. You can have and experience anything that you want to in your life. And if you're sitting back and you just, testing the waters, you're leaving shit on the table. All in for all life. That's the motto that we're going with. I got this from Aubrey Marcus. All in for all life. You want to make sure that you're all in for your relationships, for your finances, for your kids, for your business, for your fucking social circles, for your health, your wellness, everything. All in for all life. It is such a powerful thing. You raise your standards everywhere. You have such high standards that you apply yourself to the best of your ability, to the best of your unlimited potential. Every single fucking moment of every single day. Because that's what it is. It's to live in truth. It's to act in truth. Anything that is not 100% truth, 100% authenticity, 100% of you going all in, it's a lie. And we don't lie. We stand up straight, we face our struggles head on, we move forward with purpose, we move forward with intention, we carry ourselves to the best of our ability. Let this be a reminder that you always have the ability to choose something better, a higher standard, a higher purpose, a higher meaning. And if you're sitting there, like I've said a couple of times already, moseying about, being skeptical, you're leaving shit on the table. You're leaving part of your life on the table. You're leaving so much of your personality and so much of your potential on the table. Get to work. So, not sure how the guys are going because, again, I haven't seen any of them to be able to get results. I haven't been able to see any diet changes or anything like that because they've been sitting back. I, however, have put in the work. For the last week, I've sat on just over 1,900 calories a day, about 200 grams of protein, about just shy of 40 grams of fat, and 100 and something grams of carbs. I can't remember exactly how much it is. My diet consists of 2 core power food meals. I grab 2 of the barbecue mixed grill, 2 of those every single day for lunch. I have a small salad with that. There's a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette over the top of it. All the calories are equated for. My afternoon tea is 4 Wheat Bix, 2 scoops of protein powder from Bulk Nutrients, the WPI, mixed with water, and then I put some sugar-free maple syrup over the top. My dinner is then 300 grams of chicken breast, and it is also about a 650, 700 gram salad as well. So I'm on poverty calories, absolute poverty calories. There's been a few moments of struggle over this last week where I've just been, head in my hands, can't do anything because I'm feeling so fucked. Super lightheaded all the time. Training twice a day is really, really hard. However, I've yielded some results. And the results are exactly what you would think they would be from being in such a deficit. I'm in a 9,000 calorie per week deficit. I have lost 3 kilos this week. Some of it is going to be muscle. I used to eat 3,500 calories a day with 400 grams of carbs. Every gram of carbohydrate you take in, you take 3 grams of water with it, not to mention the actual food weight that sits in your digestive system. Not to mention fiber and everything else, not to mention salt. So already from me going from 400 grams a day down to about 150 grams a day, I'm going to lose weight just from that. Just from the water weight, I'm already down 2 kilos, okay? And the salt. Then I'm also down some fat. I did my skin folds yesterday morning. I went from 115 kilos when I weighed in and did my skin folds on Sunday after a massive refeed. I then have dropped 2 kilos of muscle, and I use that term loosely because it's not muscle. It's the carbohydrates I'm not eating, the water that I'm not having, the inflammation. There's lots of water weight that I've lost. However, on skin folds, I'm also down 650 grams of body fat. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. It's going to make it really, really hard for me to get down to my goal of 106 kilos. However, I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep in the deficit. I'm going to refeed when I need to a small extent. I'm probably going to go back up another 300 grams of carbs when I do have a refeed on Thursday this week, Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how I feel. But I'm feeling good. I'm tired. I'm a little bit irritable. However, I'm doing my best. Training twice a day, most days. There's only 2 days of the week that I'm training once, and I'm going to change my training this week so I can actually have a day off on Sunday so that I can rest and recover. Probably go down to rigs or something like that. Go do some cold plunges and some hot and cold contrast therapy to be able to recover my body. It's Tuesday today, the 8th of the 8th, and I'm feeling tired. My body is tired. I've got a bit of a problem up in my right side of my trap. I'm going to see my friend Liz to be able to get a massage and get loosened out, get my neck moving again because I've got limited mobility. But I'm feeling fucking good. Like the shirt that I'm wearing today, if you guys are on YouTube watching this, the shirt that I'm wearing is an extra large. I haven't worn this shirt from Flag Nor Fail since 2017. That was the last time I was able to fit in this because I became such a fat fucker. Like I've said it a couple of times now, shot all the way up over 133 kilos, and I was wearing, every shirt I wore was a 3XL. Every pair of pants I wore was a 3XL. And I'm down into a XL, and I feel fucking great. I apply myself at such a high level. I do the meditations, I do the training, I facilitate the calls. I have invested so much of myself into this because I want the results. If you don't go all in, like I spoke about earlier, you won't get the all in results. You have to commit. You have to commit yourself to the highest level of standards, to the highest level of action that you can take every single fucking moment of every single day. That's how you get the most out of life. If you want the most out of your relationships, your finances, your business, your health, your fucking everything, invest and go all in. Invest the most of yourself because we're not getting out of this alive. We're not getting out of here alive. This is a all-in shot. You're here and you're going to die. You're here and you're going to die. So you may as well make the most of it. Don't sit back. Anything that you've been waiting on, do it. Do it to the best of your ability. Anything that you've been sitting back and questioning, maybe should I, shouldn't I? Make a fucking decision and get to work. The biggest thing that I have taken away from this 7th or 8th time of reading Think and Grow Rich from chapter 2 and 3, desire and faith. Desire mixed with faith becomes a superpower. Understanding what I know about consciousness, understanding what I know about manifestation and getting results, it all comes down to having a burning desire with no retreat necessary, no retreat possible, because in the opening of Desire, it talks about burning the boats. You need to give yourself no retreat. Go all in for all life. So that way you can couple that faith and that unrelenting momentum and faith inside of yourself, knowing that you can do anything, that you can experience anything, that you can have anything, that you are the one that the buck stops with. It is all your responsibility, is all on your shoulders. Again, much like the R.Y.S.E logo, talking about Atlas sitting with the world on his shoulders. That is you. That is you sitting at home right now, doing whatever you're doing. That is you with the ability to take responsibility and to move, to do, to be, to have and experience anything that you want. Have that strong desire, have faith that you're going to achieve it, create the paradigm around in your life where you're all in and you've got it. That is my biggest takeaway from these 2 chapters in this book this time round. I'm sure next time that I go through this book in the future, I'll have something different to say. However, this is the most prominent thing that I can pick up right now. And goddamn, does it feel fucking good to have that inside my body. I have so much animosity and excitement inside of me because inside of the chapter 2, it talks about having the 6 steps necessary to read a statement out loud that is empowering, that has exactly what you want to achieve, that you exactly want to earn, all these different things inside of it. And if you read that aloud every single day, you can't go wrong. It just makes you... It helps you embody the emotion, and emotion is energy in motion towards your North Star, towards that goal that you want, and you become relentless. I'll read mine now. It might sound a little bit dickish, but this means a hell of a lot to me. I apply myself daily in serving all of my current and potential clients in order to help them reach their highest goals and dreams, all whilst being paid exactly what I am worth. This allows me to provide a higher quality of living for my family and invest the enormous profits back into gold, myself, crypto, silver, property, businesses. All of this results in a minimum net worth of $6 million. I know I have achieved this because I can see it. I can feel it. I know what success feels like. I know that warmth that I feel in my heart. I can see my children and their smiles, being able to provide the life for them that they deserve. I see my beautiful wife, Rachel. I see her fulfilled, happy, connected in the relationship. I see all of my smiling clients' faces. I see the challenges, I see the struggles, but I also see the potential. I see the life that I've built, and I'm so grateful. Whew. Oh man, I got the waves of emotions running over me right now. Every single fucking time I read that, I get teary-eyed. I get the warmth in my chest. I get excitement, anticipation, butterflies in my stomach. I'm so excited for that life that I'm about to create. And that's what it's about inside of this book. That's what it's about inside of this program, 8 Weeks to a New Man. You embody that version of you in the future that you want to be, that you're moving towards, that you're becoming right fucking now, and your subconscious goes to work to make sure that you can achieve it. That's how it works. That's how it works. So we've got our second call. Second call, we're going to go through, set some more goals. We're going to figure out what the biggest takeaways of the men are. And then we got our training session on Saturday morning, and it's going to be a ripper. I'm going to whoop the shit out of all of them. This one's going to be a harder one. Last week was the stepping stone. It was the starting point. This week we're going hard. And I'm here for it. And you guys better be here for it too. So that's enough for today. I got plenty loads to do. So do you. Get after it, man. Much love, take care, and until I see you next time. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for subscribing and leaving a review. It really helps us out. Until next time, take care and much love.